Hi everybody. Hey, it's Robinflying Crochet. How are you today? I am giving out, or I am recording my video for the week, and I am actually 1 hour on time still. Hey, gotta go with what you go. A lot of little stuff got done this week, which is fine. Been struggling with some things this week. Trying to get them done. Don't know why, but I've done. Now we'll get to show it to you as a whip, but I just tried to do something this week that I should be working on today, and it's not a problem. I'm willing to work on it. Got all the colors picked out for it, got everything I need for it, and I have done it twice, and I had flipped it both times. I flipped the first time, I was only into 3 rows with it, pulled it all out, started over, looks good. Got up to row 4, 4, and looked at it again. Somehow it flipped over again, and I don't know what I've done, but I'm like, if that's what it's going to keep doing, I need to stop, and this is not the one for me. I don't like it. It's very pretty. I thought it would be very good with the colors that I picked out, and because I picked out 5 different colors purposely because that's what the picture had, and I actually had all 5 colors that matched up pretty well, but it's just not. Anyway, let's get on to some finished projects. Well, I actually have all my projects. I'm gathering them up because hubby bought me a whip caddy, and I haven't looked on to see if it's actually been processed as a whip caddy yet or not. I haven't really looked. Anyway, so on Pamela's Adore and Crochet. But anyway, got it full. I emptied out 2 bags, 2 project bags, almost emptied out of project bags, and I put them on this cart. But I found that this cart is actually my go-to hold all everything, but I can't hold my stuff that I'm working on and the stuff that I finished on it. So I'm trying to alleviate the clutter on a table, so I went to a bag and said when I finish stuff, I'll just throw it into the bag. Then I'll turn around and I will go through it on my video, and then once it's on my video, then I go and I actually put it away. And that seems to work, except that the grandkids keep getting into it. So, but anyway, let's see how well it goes and see what I have here. So, this week, of course, I end up doing, I think I got 8 of these done. I did, this one is, I don't know why. Okay, this one is black and white with a white button, and it says, sorry about this, just can't see without them, but first, coffee. So I did that one. I think I got 8 of these done this week. This one is the exact same thing, but with a black button. The first coffee. Then I did 4 of these. Definitely know I got 4 of these, and that didn't sound good. I'm not sure what exactly just happened out there, but I'll figure it out. It says Tropical Life, and it's got a flamingo and a little pink parakeet over there. Love these yellow flowers, but I do not have any yellow to match them up with. I probably do now, since I've been shopping. I've already made all these, and I don't have any more. So this is what I did. I did 4 of those, and I put all pink buttons on them. Didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Did them all exactly the same. You know, pink buttons is what I got. So that's what I did. Did that. Then I turned around and I did this one. This house runs on coffee and Jesus. And this one I did a black and white pepper top again with a black button. I was trying to use that coloration up, and I think I did now. It's into the scrap bag. It's going to become a blanket. That's what I have in the closet. And then I also did it because it had this blue lettering to it. And I know it's hard to see on the screen, but it's a blue lettering, but it matches like this turquoise blue. So I did the blue trimmed in black for this one. I really like this one. So That's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towels is what I got done last weekend. I had a very productive weekend. I have no idea. Well, I had. No, those towels, 2 of them were done except for putting buttons on. 6 of them were start to go. That's how I got them done. Still doing washcloths in the washcloth craze. So I did the ombre, summertime ombre I was showing you. So I got 1, 2. I got 1 here that I still have to put the tail in. So I got 3 of those done this week. And I found that this is something that while I'm homeschooling the kids, I can work on. It's a no-brainer. I don't have to think about it. As long as I can every once in a while count 25, I'm pretty good with that. So that's why I'm getting those done, because that's how many days I probably worked with homeschool this week. Charlie's Love. Did my little Nicu hats. I am working this colorway, but I wanted to get a lovey done, so I got a lovey done. I have the hat that matches it. Pink was a temperature Tuesday for Charlie's Love, so I did that. Got them done. And started a blanket. Started a blanket to match up with it. Haven't gotten it done. Also got 3. I kind of burnt myself out on the scarves, although they're no-brainers. I know a scarf takes me 2 hours to make. A hat is almost, at this point, takes me almost 2 hours to make also. Probably a little less yarn for the hat, so I might be able to squeeze a little bit more products out of it. So that's what I did. That's for Operation Gratitude. Did Jada and Stitch's blanket for the month. And this month was a flower petal stitch, and I chose pink and red. So I've got that. So I've got 4 more months to go, and this one will be ready to go probably around Christmas time. Also got onto, I had these all nice and folded, but I've been moving around and dropping them and everything else. But anyway, also been working on Whirligigs. So I gotta fix this one real quick at the bottom. So I've got that done. This was, oh, and this one, as I got this held up right now, I'm not putting anything on the bottom. I figure they're going to spin, and where they end up is where they end up. I understand why now, but that's where it's going to go. I could put this on. Last week I showed you I bought these, and I checked the price, and I got them for $1.25. So it's like $3.75, and I got 3 of them. One of them will almost make one of these. This is 72 yards. And what somebody had questioned, could because the way the directions are, you go down, you do each row from the very top down to the bottom. Cut off, go back to the top, go down to the bottom. And someone asked the question, could you go back and forth? And the answer is, yes, you can. Because I wanted to go back and forth, because if I go back and forth, I'll use a little bit less yarn and can make these things stretch a little bit farther. I am using, I think the size hook that she said to use, I didn't have. I may have it. I may not have it in this set that I want to use. I bought these from Walmart. I forgot to do a product review on them. But I bought a set of these from Walmart with the Ergonomic Candles. They're an off-brand name. And this is a 4.0. And I think she uses something a little bit different. But this is the closest I had of these available, because I'll drop them in craft bags as I'm doing stuff so I know what hook I have. And then I try to leave them there, because if I take them in and out, then I tend to lose whose hooks for who. And so I used a 4 with this. And I think if I had my choice, I'd go down another size. And what I found is this one is 100 chains. I probably would, if I keep reducing the chains, could probably make the yarn stretch to where I could make it actually fit and come out of that one ball. So I think going down a hook size might help with that. And then, of course, doing maybe 10 less chains to begin with. Might do that. I have nine. I have 6 more of these besides this one. I'm trying to use these. I don't know what I bought them. I guess because I like the colors of them. Well, I have 7 of these. This is number 7. I have 3 that are white, green, purple, and black, and then I have one that is 3 of them that are white and shades of blue. And for some reason, I've misplaced the purple and green one, and that's one I really, really want. But anyway, this is something that the pattern's easy to remember. I can take it with me. I've got a swivel at the top so they can swivel around. So I looked at them and like, oh, okay, that's something simple. So I did that. And this one is actually out of that little ball. And then I just had to add the color black to it at the end because I didn't have enough black to finish it out. And I let the colors fall where they may. I really don't care. This one was made to her specifications, I think, that what she gave. And this is scrap fabric that I use. So my color in here is I used a bright yellow in the center, a gray, an orange, and a black. I definitely was going for, I feel Halloweenish right now. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to use these little balls up. I think they're cute for $1.25. I can't ask for more. It's 72 yards of color change in four worst weight yarn. Medium. Yes, it's medium form. Cute as a button. Love the colors. Can't argue with the colors. I absolutely think they're adorable. They're perfect for Halloween. Not interested in doing the crafts that are on the band labels. Not interested in doing that. One, I think, is these are friendship bracelets. I'm not interested in doing that. I was on Hershner's website. They had them on sale. Thought I'd give them a try. Simple as that. Then, of course, this was the last one I did. So this one, and it's got a little twist in there. And they really, really, amazingly enough, they come out of that curve so easy. It like blows your mind once you figure out where it is to fix it. It doesn't take rocket science to fix it. It might take a couple of twirlings, because of course I've got another one now. Like I said, I had them all like sitting like they're supposed to sit, but then I brought them in to do this thing, and now they're all twisted up again. So anyway, but there you go. That's pretty much just untwisted. It's just right there. But anyway, so and again, it's the same thing. I like I use the white in the center. Then it switches over to I just wish, I guess what I wished with the minis is that the color changes were just as long as the white. But the white is probably not any longer than the orange or the yellow, except that it's only getting single stitches. And it gets 2 rows of single stitches. And then when I start my double crochets on it, I still have I have white to get almost halfway down. But it doesn't seem like the yellow lasts as long, and neither does the orange. But neither does black. But black's easy to match up. Just put black on the end of it. I'm done. So that's good. So that is right now my finished projects. Okay. Setta's place. I do the Crochet Cow crochet along. I don't always do cows. I have no neck. So cows for me just don't always work. I got 4 rows. This bottom color is a peacock, but it's kind of shaded blue. The green is just green. I couldn't even tell you. It's probably some Christmas green off of something, Crafter's Corner or something. I don't know. The label is actually inside the ball because as soon as the ball is empty, then I count it as being done. Yes, it was fine. I got the blue done just fine. Turned around and was blue, could lay it flat, no problem. Put the green on it, and next thing I know, I looked at it, and somewhere along the line, I twisted something, and no matter how I turn this thing, I cannot get it to twist back. I worked really hard, trying not to allow this to twist, and it did. I'm going to fudge it. I'm done. I tried it twice. I really wanted to do it. I can follow back-a-day patterns. It just isn't happening for me. So, that being said, I went back to the June cow, and it's just basically, it's like a granny square stitch, double crochet, chains, and I will make this cow in the 5 colors that I picked out. Because I'm so upset that I did that so wrong. And the only way to fix it is to take it completely apart and figure out where my twist is and start all over. Yes, the yarn's there. I've already used it. I may, but it's not going to happen in the month of August. To tell you the truth, I'm kind of done. I'm just throw it away. I was very frustrated with it. Anyway, so that is where I am right now, and that's a work in progress. Another work in progress that I have, this one is making me so happy. This one I may be making for myself. I'm not really sure. I bought the yarn, fell in love with the yarn, and I'm a little concerned because I don't have my crochet hook here, and I hate when I do that. I try to leave my crochet hooks with things. But anyway, this is the Happy Crafty Homemakers. I think she calls it a half circle shawl. She has a tutorial. And I am using this colorway. I saw this in Joann Fabrics. I fell in love with it. They had it discounted down to $3.99 as opposed to $6.99. That's when I like to buy it. I love self-striping yarn. My biggest problem with that is that it is a self-striping yarn that is a number 3 instead of a number 4, which means it takes forever to get from side to side. So what I had hoped to have done in this month, I may not get done until next month. That's okay. It'll either be for me or it'll be for a Christmas present. I'm not sure what I'm thinking of, but I like what it's doing, so I'm going to finish it out. So that's all I have right now. Future projects. Got a scrap blanket that I've started. I'm thinking about getting the stuff out of my closet that has been sitting there. You know how people who actually crochet will understand this very well. You start a project. Love the project. Something happens. You don't love the project anymore. Too far invested to throw it away. Already got the yarn pulled out for it. Shove it in the closet. See when you get it again. When you get to it again. I've got about 4 bags in the closet. No, I don't think I have that many. No, let's count. I have a bag that Yarntopia and somebody else was doing together that I did make, but I wanted to make 2. And I ended up having to take the 2 that I had started and combining them and making 1 bag as opposed to making 2 bags. So I may go back in there and pull that stuff out and look at it again and see if I can actually sit down and do the 2 bags I originally planned, or if I just have enough stuff in there to do the 1 bag. Either way, I'll try and finish that up. Then from there, I have a Sarah Sash amigurumi. It's a big one. It's a dog. And actually, as you make it, you can turn it into a dog or a cat. Your choice. I started it and then just shoved it in the closet because it was going to come and get finished after Christmas, and I just shoved it in the closet. Need to get that done. And there also, I have Dash from last Christmas. That yes, I did start. And yes, it is in there. I've got the head done. Now, I will say, I had started on a day that I knew I wasn't going to have any children, extra children. And I started it, and I was in the bedroom, and my son calls me and says, okay, well, the kids will be over in a half hour. I'm like, what? The kids are coming over in a half hour. I got to go to work. Panicked so to get my stuff together to get out into the living room to meet the grandkids coming over, and sat down and started working on it again, and I lost about 11 rows somewhere. I'm telling y'all, I cannot count. I have come to the conclusion that I cannot count. This was supposed to be 100 rounds. I counted it 3 times the last time I made it. First time I made it was 120. This time I wanted to make it exactly what it was called for. I counted it 3 times, came up with 3 different numbers. The third number, oh my, ooh, goodness, excuse me. The third number I came up to was while I was crocheting it to get ready to join it, and I said, well, on the second row, I will just turn around and I will just add the number in that I have to add in to make it 100. And it came out, there's my husband, hi, came out to be 110. Okay, fine, 1 extra thing, not a big deal. She tells you that you can do it, so it's not a big deal. My problem is I can't figure out what I'm doing, and I'm flipping it, and I don't know how, because I made sure they were straight before I actually stitched it together. I'm stitching on the one thing, and it's twisted. Anyway, so I'm giving up on that one. So somewhere on this dash, I ended up losing 11 rows. The deer, yes, you can look at him, and yes, he definitely looks like a deer. He definitely does look like a deer. And I think I'm not doing his dash. I think I did him as Rudolph. Would like to finish that. And the third one is, I had gone to Michael's 2 years ago. They had their big sale, buy one, get one free. And I bought 6 of these balls of yarn that were $10 a piece. I bought, well, actually, I technically bought 9 and only paid $60 for them. I gave some to my daughter-in-law, and I kept some. Well, I bought 4 purple, 2 like confetti that I thought had purple spots in them, and it was white with pink, and it's like a different shade of purple or a different shade of something, but together they look like they were matching. And I've made blankets out of it. It's not a big deal. Granny square blankets and blankets. I'm 4 rows short of making another blanket out of this stuff. And I just turned around and zipped the bag closed and put it away. So I have 4 whips that I have to get out. I need to get on them and get my closet cleaned out. Then I also have in there a bag that has leftover yarn from my temperature blanket. And Terry from Yarnjoy podcast had done a heart blanket with all these half granny squares onto it, and I just feel like this yarn is the perfect yarn for that blanket. So, having said that, I would like to do that. So that bag of yarn is sitting in there. And then I have some yarn that I brought home that my husband said I could have. It's also in there that is really this beautiful shade of blue. And it's a mainstays, and I see it as a blanket, but I haven't had thought to start to blanket. Yes, I'm going to turn that into a blanket. So I've got plenty of projects to come. I'm emptying out my stash eventually. What I'm doing is I'm slowly emptying out my stash drawer so that I know what I have, what I don't have. And I'm trying to work through that also. So I'm trying to go there first and then go over and grab the other stuff. I have enough, it's a teal in there. It's actually, or an aquamarine, aqua maybe. And I bought it to make a sweater for me. I think I'm going to actually do that, but I'm going to wait until after major events before I start that one. Anyway, so that's where I am. I'm just rambling now. I'm going to finish up so he can come in and do what he's got to do. So see you next week, guys. Bye.